Dire
You
get a
overlook
man.
natural order in a lot of games, but natural order just, it makes, once you have it maxed, it makes technically all spells are pure because you're doing the maximum. It says 300 damage, you're doing 300 damage as a spell rather than it being negated by magic resistance. Same thing with physical if he's standing on top of people, but the hero got a 25% buff in the last patch. It got from 8 to 10 seconds on the Astral Spirit. So where your laning phase in the past might have had some, there's none anymore. Play around level 1 Spirit a couple of times, then you get level 3, you have level 2 Spirit. Nobody in the game can trade.
Nah, I mean, yeah, as you say, just in any team that has the natural order is
You're gonna win the late game, like
pretty. Yeah, you're in a pretty good position.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't. Very limited stuff that you can do to scale against that.
He got
those reductions work,
and they changed, like, it's all these little changes that do add up. The ultimate, it now is a ultimate that can be set up with any stun. It used to be a 3.14, high. It used to be that, and now it's like a 2. It's another one of the math formula, 0.87 or something like that. It's much faster than.
Well, what math formula is that?
I can't remember which one it is.
But it is another.
One. It's another one, yeah. They changed it specifically to make it another fun thing that's like pi. Very Valve-esque. Looking at these bans, since we haven't gotten a chance to touch on them too much, we see the Puck, that big control we've seen so much versus the IO Storm, Void, and Invoker. The Elephant is taken out. And on LGD, they're actually going to take out the Rubik, so protect the Magnus. They're going to take out the Sven, which is that War Cry, which is very useful.
5 seconds remaining.
And it's the IO pairing, so bans looking to make a lot of sense right now.
Anything else that sort of, the ET is not going to feel too effective against?
I would say some of these heroes like life stealers, but that hero's not done well, so I don't think you care at all.
Some
versus
Willow.
No, right?
No, we don't see too much of that here in the groups.
No, I like it though. Hero that works well with ET because ET Spirit on top of a Willow. Willow's going to be able to solo kill even some cores in some situations because it's such absurd damage. Great control versus Storm and IO. And it's a crazy amount of team fight already from PSG.LGD, while Elephant, their first 2 picks are not team fight.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I mean, you would expect Elephant to start to have some sort of team fight.
Yeah.
Emphasis here with this next pick. Why is PSG.LGD, when they come up with the 5-man Elephant, you're going to have the best of times. It's going to have to be a lot of avoiding and looking for those pickoffs here.
Radiant's turn to pick.
Silencer.
Well, there they go. They're just going to say no team fight. So we're going to stop it.
Yeah, you start the fight. You need a good initiator, and there it is. Plus the silencer, and then the Storm zips in with the global. This. Okay. Does help them with that team fight, does give them the edge a little bit whenever they do have global. But when global's down, of course, LGD will have massive team fight advantage. Mars doing now. He fixed his win rate a little bit. He gone up a little. He's like a 30, right? Yeah. He was approaching the 15-12% win rates yesterday, but.
D. Add to this, I mean, Harry, would you be looking at this game? We'll see.
You know already your lanes, so.
Yeah, you know what's going on here.
You know what you're playing against. I mean, Mars. The thing they don't know is what carry Eurus is playing against, which I think he's going to play something like Jug, honestly, when I see ET and Willow, but.
Do you think they need a little bit more lockdown for the Storm?
The Brutes are nice, RP's nice.
Yeah. They're not feeling too fussed about trapping the Storm when they got the Willow.
Might still do something like Sanking. Maybe they don't want to reveal the mid, though. They might not want to reveal which one's which yet. I actually think we've seen Magnus carry, if I'm not mistaken, too. I think we saw it at least once this turn. Which I think I wouldn't put it past GLGD if they do it.
Yeah, I could definitely try.
Yeah. Tanky Bruiser. Always these tanky heroes versus Storm Spirit's always nice. Just makes them commit that mana. I think that's probably what they're discussing right now. It's like, do we want to reveal which one's going to be the core and which one's going to be the mid? And yeah, that's what they do. So they save it. Yep. So you know this is now a Morphling as the carry. However, you don't know where Magnus is. So yeah, that's big. And now they have the Morph Willow combo. So late game, Aghanims with Morph lane with Willow, with ET Spirit to give vision, because that's also one of the important things. Is I think teams and people don't really think about is Morph Willow is strong, obviously with Axe, but you need a vision hero, somebody to provide you so you can, you know, actually get the attacks off. ET does that, and he also makes the attack do even more damage.
No, it's really, and it's going to be hard to catch this Morph, right? I mean,
It is.
when you're running a lineup as Elephant is with 2 supports, no lockdown.
Yep. And he can
Other than the silence of the curse, but obviously, yeah, no sort of instant stun or hold to catch this. A lot of pressure on the Mars. And that help?
no stun supports.
Yeah,
It's always a big concern for me when I see.
So, you know, Willow's going to be disappearing into the shadow realm. Magnus is going to be skewering away. Morph's going to be zipping about with the waveform.
He's going to be waveforming over the Mars ulti into the back line in a lot of situations.
Could be hard to catch him here. See what Elephant do.
Dyer's bad.
Raze is going to be doing. They're going to
bad.
the off lane.
They get to pick and choose now. They're gonna have all the information as PSG.LGD where they want to put it.
Yeah.
This is like the dream setup for them, really. Will they even have Morph ET, dude? They have Morph ET and Morph Will. He can even axe into either of them.
Yeah, it's
5 seconds remaining.
it's
And
a
it's
very
really
strong
strong.
Morph game here.
Yeah. It looks quite free, to be honest. I think
what can they pick as their last pick, Elephant? It's going to make you feel that now that the Morph thing's actually going to have a bit of a thing to deal with.
What carry is it that makes him feel?
Yeah, what carry has a
concerned
good
in
heads
any
up
way?
against a Morph?
There's not many that just straight head-to-head matchup with him. I mean, Storm Spirit could, or sorry, Spectre, because of the heroes that they have. That's the one that I'm leaning on. But their lineup looks weird. They have a spear and a vortex for fight, but I don't think the carry is going to be the one to fix all that. So something that he feels is just going to be strong in the actual game. I just don't. The only reason I say Spectre is because of the initiation, right? So then they have global, they have Haunt, they get in the backlines. But even then, I'm looking at backlines. I don't know if Spectre even wants to play.
5 seconds remaining.
Not sure what Eurus
Radiant's
is
turn
looking
to
at.
pick.
Van Weaver. The other one I was saying was Jug earlier, but that one still also feels very risky.
Yeah, it's a nasty lineup.
And you don't know what you're laning against. I'm against Magnus or I'm against whatever, like the last pick.
What do you think is more likely here for PSG.LGD?
I think it's likely the Magnus. They're gonna pick something last for Nothing to Say that he likes. Something versus Ursa. Can't go for his Tinker because that Storm's there. But now that maybe pushes them away from one.
I mean, they've not got a lot of cash.
10 seconds.
Quite happy playing like an Ember mid.
5 seconds remaining.
More root, you know. How they're going to catch you. So, sort of. Again, I think you want to play on the elusiveness here. Yourself another slippery hero. As Elephant would catch you.
Whoa! So they are putting Mag mid and they're putting CK top.
Okay. Both beyond here on the Chaos Knight.
Well, I like C. Have we gotten to see much CK? Have we gotten to see CK?
I think it has had again.
Yes, I think we did have.
I don't think it was one of the unpicked.
He had one of the highest GPMs as well when he was picked. Yeah, yesterday he was picked, and it was Beast Coast, so that was K1 probably playing it, right?
Right, yeah. Okay. CK last pick here for PSG.LGD, and
that's annoying for Ursa. Just the constant stuns.
Sure.
Even he can trade back. There's a lot of damage in that top lane too.
Yeah, it really is. Well, I think it's going to be a tough one for Elephant.
This looks really tough for Elephant, I have to be honest.
I feel like Armin's just going to get out of control in this Morph.
I think Armin's going to get out of control, and even the Faith Beyond, if he gets some farm, I don't see good ways for them to even clear Phantasm.
And the team fight is fantastic. I mean, obviously Elephant do have the counter team fight a little bit with the silencer.
If they can initiate
globals,
and they can slow down, like if they can initiate and they can get that first Roche and then just always play around those globals and looking to get those pickoffs on the side lanes, I could see a possibility of them doing it. But I actually think LGD's got such a damn good draft, and the way that they set it up was perfect. Like getting Ame more, saving this last pick to just know exactly what you wanted to lane versus the Ursa.
I mean, what do you think sort of Elephant feels that the last pick Ursa is going to do for them here? Like, why did they end? What did they see that made them feel that Eurus could have a good game here on the Ursa?
Probably just tempo. Like, we need to win the game by...
Yeah.
Or we need to have a huge advantage by 25-30 or we're just losing this game. So I think that's probably the only thing that I can see.
Well, let's see, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1 here, PSG.LGD versus Elephant. PSG.LGD already secured that top spot of the
Prepare
group.
to
But
make
this
way.
game
Who
series
made
very
you
important for
captain?
Elephant here,
It's
as they are
pronounced
still
Admiral.
very much in the
看着
fight
队友不会
to
生气
stay
吧，哥哥？
top half of the groups, get themselves that slot in the upper bracket.
Yeah, I'm wondering how this bottom lane is going to go. I got to be honest. This is a super aggressive lane coming out from the side of PSG.LGD. Silencers sometimes can just start to chain feed out of control versus. So you get
hang on.
to a root and
What's happening here? I found Somnus. He's looking pretty dead.
he accepts his death.
Gonna be first blood going to Arme.
And immediately now we see Curse is skilled. So the other thing about, I was going to say, depending on what super skills is going to determine how much you can actually trade with the Willow. Once you skill Curse, you can't trade with Willow on the side ever again. If you're able to get Glaives in the lane, then you can actually trade. But Willow, as we know, base attack time is super fast. So Silencer struggles.
30 seconds to battle.
1.22 attack speed on Silencer, 1.11. So I think that lane could be quite difficult. And yeah, right off the bat, I mean, getting first blood. Gets it. None other than Ame.
With that start. Ease farm.
Easy fluffy hat right away for a Morphling.
Seems that we're going to see Elephant come back down for the rune here.
Now we
They're
get
no respect to
the
this time. PSG, they've already
good
split up, so
For once, we're
Yeah,
in
look at the-
agreement.
2 for 2 here on the bounty runes. To see how much they can keep that pressure off Eurus on bottom. Too fun here for the setting this laning stage.
It really does sound quite difficult. CK is quite a beast. I know we haven't seen him too much in the offlane, but I've been hoping to see him more because he does so much damage. His stun is really frustrating inside a laning phase just to mess with you with CS. The mana cost has just been changed so many times, and now that Soul Ring is so valuable, you just Soul Ring and constantly keep stunning. It's very frustrating.
Of course, on the top half of things, IO and the Mars, Yang and FY, can they cause a lot of issues for Arme, or is Arme going to be pretty safe with having Y punch
I think
into them?
Y, yeah. Y is the one who's just going to protect. If anything, Y will die because he's just going to eat a little bit too much damage from the spear and the rebuke at some point, but that's his job. He's just soaking the pressure so Ame can get like level 3. Once Ame has 3, he should have no threat.
Ready just here with the level 1 trade, you see Eurus.
Yeah.
Get a lot here from Jin-Q and Faith Bian, and once those level 2s are online, this is be a lot of kill potential, I think, for PSG.LGD.
Yeah.
You just have to be pretty prepared for the regen.
Just a stun into a bramble with 200 damage. Every single time if they connect it. So, see that one, hit the secondary one, it's just
so much.
170 damage from it.
So we'll get a bit of damage done back. Jin-Q will back off, but he has the salve ready.
That was kind of you.
Lane positioning though, look at this. Oh, Super has to get this pull off, or this is quite, I mean, it's kind of disastrous already for Eurus having this pushing so hard. He's gonna lose a whole wave. He actually can't even get the hard camp pull either.
Denied.
Just stop, yeah, he was to break the small camp, essentially what, but it didn't spawn in time. And look at the positioning of the lane. I mean, this is miserable for Eurus.
No, he can't. He knows he can't really step up.
Yeah, at least he has the 8 CS in comparison to Ame, who we are seeing is struggling. He only does have the 5 at the moment. Top lane, Yang. Good start in these first.
Well, back, but yeah, top lane. I mean, Ame, I guess just being very cautious of Yang. FY being able to close in on him, and obviously Yang. Favorable right-click advantage is the melee Mars.
Really nice. But they do get the pull off now. So why he does get a stacked pull. That's going to deny a whole creep wave away from the Mars and reset the positioning for the Morphling. And Morph now has hit level 3. So Ame should feel much safer.
Towards Y. That frost slow. Try and get aggressive on him, see if they can do enough damage here with the 2 of them, but the stomp is out. Time to separate bottom
Ooh,
lane.
down bottom.
Super nearly ends up going down there. They were chasing Eurus.
Now Xin-Q.
Look for Jin-Q, he might... Oh, the stun! Oh, if Fabian, he's going to be able to save Jinkyu.
Here it is
Stun
now.
comes in. It's going to be root up in a second, but able to get quite back in on that. Teams there nearly losing their supports down on this bottom lane.
They messed up a little bit there on the side of LGD. I think there was some miscommunication. Looks like Faith Beyond wanted to go for the kill onto Super, and Jinkyu was kind of like second guessing himself. The root catches though.
Oh, it does.
Super is
Dragged back into another route as well.
Here it is.
I'm not going to the Tyler estate.
Does have 4 stick, but out of regen, they're gonna have to bring some extra down there.
Super dangerous lane from
Yeah.
mid Somnus. We've got up the CS. Pretty even here. Pretty good, the two of them.
Yeah. I like how Nothing to Say doesn't even attempt to go for the skewer build. He just goes for the straight farming. It's like, nope, I'm putting 3 points into power. If I get a lucky skewer and I kill him, then whatever. That would have been like some big mistake from Somnus, so he's just playing the more consistent farm.
Yeah, maybe just sort of, you know, straight up respect. He's like,
Probably.
Somnus ain't going to get caught out by it, so...
Oh, bottom.
Waste a skill point. Oh. Want to keep diving there. Silence wearing off. Knows that Fabian could have turned.
Raindrop now on Super, so he can at least absorb a little bit of the damage that's coming out from either the Chaos Bolt or one of those latches. Ramble. They're stabilizing that lane.
They really are, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very difficult lane for Elephant.
Look at
They're playing
Faith
careful.
Beyond. Like, he just wants to go for Super every time.
He's rather low here. And
He wanted to. I think he just wanted to die. Like, I literally think he wanted to go back to base.
all right, well, Eurus was able to take him down before Super went out, so Jinkyu got himself some nice solo XP.
Right, like that literally
But,
looked like he knew he was dying.
That was
there,
not
right?
a trade that you come
No.
out of alive. Right? You go into that fight to die.
Jinkyu, you get the lane. Fine. This.
But you're right. I mean, they were both very low. They didn't have
Yeah.
any regen on them.
He didn't want to spend any money on regen either. I thought he might spend his 900 gold on like a Helm of Iron Will or something like that, but nope. He was like, I'm buying boots, I'm buying wand, and I'm buying gloves.
Time to
And I'm
fight.
just gonna die. And I just want to fight rather than go for farm. Very Faith Beyond-esque. This say
Double damage.
trouble here.
Somnus might have this. He's got a lot of mana still. Oh,
He's got
no.
it, and the RP gets used.
Oh, well, there you have it. Somnus. He'll be smiling.
And it's a Sequave.
Yeah, that's huge. Solo kill, no RP for PSG.LGD. Very nice. Number Somnus in bottom lane. They're able to
Nice.
kill off Faith Beyond again. All right, Elephant.
And it's a +2 this time.
And mid lane. Why? He's a little cautious.
I actually really like that. We've been seeing a lot of these 5-position silencers just go 2-0-2. In this lane, I think this is really appropriate getting 1 point because Chaos Knight is a hero that starves on mana. You kill him once or twice, and you take his mana away, you get him that -2, he will start to suffer on his own. I do like the Super.
Stupendous.
Stacks up.
Radiant's middle tower can't handle
actually
this
missed that step.
deluge.
Careful down in this bottom lane. I mean, Eurus off the back of those kills. He's pretty. Yeah, got the 6. Not quite as easy to punish the bear as it was before.
And all 3 lanes gone in favor of Elephant here.
Yeah, I think that's something to be said about that because these lanes on paper, I don't think they're easy, but Elephant playing very, very smart.
Yang barely missing any CS. He literally got every single one out of the tower there, even the catapult too. He's got treads, he's got double gauntlet bracer, all about the early base damage. Albeit not behind by any means. Exactly the same as the Ursa. He does have that early first blood that is helping him a lot. Bottom. IOTP coming in.
Eurus is going for this. Stomp is out. Stop the chase for now. Turn with a stun, but of course no firepower for PSG.LGD to run back in on him with. Faith Beyond safe though, PSG.LGD. Just have to take that walk back to base. His game's certainly being slowed down now.
Maybe suiciding was not the best. As now he does have the Helm of Iron Will queued up anyway afterwards. More tankiness now.
Invisibility.
invis, but I believe the invis did not finish popping when he was walking down in the river. So that obs actually caught him. Fade time was still going.
Dire have the
Yeah, he's set up in a really good spot though, but Ame is sitting on 1300 HP. Still would probably die if he gets caught by a spear.
Family reunion. You'll be a hit.
Safe. He knew that rotation was coming. Somna's still hunting though. Checking out the jungle, seeing if stacks. Did not see the triple hard camp stack just yet.
Top tower.
Lane.
Some friends.
Around with Eurus, but a little hesitant about committing, despite having the 3 of them there.
It's
Thinking that he had the ult. Maybe could have still been able to walk away with that up.
Somnus is about to steal the triple stack. He's found it.
Dire's top
Very
tower.
nice. Summit already having a great start with that lane, that kill.
With all of Y's work, it's just taken away. He does find 2 neutral items, found himself an Arcane Ring, found himself a shovel, sent them back to base. Now also pressuring the mag a little. But now they know those stacks are stolen, so likely to be kind of sad on the side of PSG.LGD, but Ame now making his way to the bottom side. He's just farming Ancient since he knows the jungle's not safe. Yank will take top tower very early.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Timing on
staggering.
his blink.
Like a
And we did say that Elephant
sailor.
looked to pick this strategy for early game.
Yeah.
So if they're able to get that early blink timing, if Eurus has a good start, they can just look to dictate pace, go Roche.
Might be out. Back up a wire with the storm. TP coming in from Yang.
Radiant's
We get in range here for the arena. Root is out, and he's going to step into the root, so won't be able to close the gap now.
A lot of rotations coming. Elephant, and now Ame is able to. So something you don't really see too often is the carries going back up to that top lane. Even though it's, you know, that far pushed in, it can be sometimes not safe. He knows that the bar is ported bottom.
There we go. They got the chain locked down. There you go.
Nice fear.
RP into the fear. Nothing to be done there by Somnus.
Great positioning too. There's no way he gets out of there. That port bottom was maybe a bit ambitious on the side of Elephant. It got seen, it got stopped, and now LGD with that information, they made some big hits. Sending the Morphling top to get free farm, hitting mid, killing the Storm Spirit, and evened out that game, and they're getting stacks off in the meantime from the Eve in the triangle.
Dire structures.
Punish a
are
tower here
fortified.
again. They know RP is down.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Low man on the Magnus, just got his bottle refilled. The tower's already gone.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Lane, beyond.
He's going to pop the ult. The stun off. And that long stun might have just saved him. Yeah, as indeed. Somnus not able to dive any deeper for that one. Well, over to the side, a lose FY. Rena's out. Yang sitting up on the Jinkyu. Somnus making his way over as well. Jinkyu will get taken out. Somnus, he's looking for more. He's up to the high ground. Gets the pull back onto Y. Couple of kills here again. Somnus getting active across the map here and getting very involved.
Radiant's middle tower can't
I think that's a
handle
blink now
this
too.
tail.
Yep, Yang's got it done.
For me,
Super was not in ring.
a bounty which my matriarch will prize.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Nice
attack.
hits from both sides. Nothing to say, is just playing the farm game. I think PSG.LGD knows. Like, they know if they just play the farm game, they're going to win in the later stages. So it's really up to Elephant to
Radiant
dictate
are
pace
scanning
and
for enemies.
make all these successful movements, which they have been doing. Mid tower and top
Radiant's
tower.
courier
Mid is a
has
really
been
important
killed.
one. That is a
Swallowed up
huge
by a
courier kill.
Uh-oh.
That is the defusal from the
That's-
Ursa.
Wait, how did he lose his courier? Where was he?
He was farming
It was
Ancients
coming-
on the Magnus, and he just hit it. Just flying over, so they know the
Oh,
positioning
no.
of the Ursa too.
Yeah, 2 minutes, no.
Yep.
A defusal.
His whole team is smoking in the area too.
And that Broom had the lever. It's on there as well.
Oh, smoke gets revealed. Arcane Rune on Somnus.
Radiant's
Spear. Oh, the mark.
Oh, there it is, 2-man RP!
Global.
Underneath the tower. They got any follow though. It doesn't look like a Yang's actually able to step out the side. FY will take him out of the fight for now. Somnus sips back as well. Quite a few ornaments and not really a whole lot happening there. Fabian has been found here. As Eurus is able to step in, takes down the Chaos Knight. Fear catches FY as FY goes down. Eurus
Beautiful global. That would have been disastrous if that global doesn't go off. Nothing to say now, jumping in.
I mean, he is, and look, he's managed to get the arena down. He's caught the three of them, but the spear's actually going to thread between all of them. Doesn't matter, Euro's still able to stay on top of targets, take down, nothing to say. But look over Q, pull back with the vortex of Somnus. They'll come out on top of this fight.
Big play. Honestly, super massive global there, turning around the entire initiation of PSG.LGD. They would lost both of their cores from that RP if he didn't get the global off there. Yeah, that's big. Now Eurus, whenever his courier respawns, he'll have an Old Clump Plus with the Fusel.
Roche.
It's right around Roche, as we said. They want to get that first Roche, dictate pace. Perfect stuff from Elephant so far here in this early game.
Very nice combo breaks. They're a little careful though with the respawns by the looks of it. PSG.LGD are all up.
GT is always annoying. They should still be able to commit and finish it because they have the IO keeping the Ursa pretty much full health with that urn. And I also did want to point out, different build we do see from FY. He's gone for 2 points in Spirit in the laning phase, then he's going back to Overcharge.
Okay.
And he's gone Soul Ring, Urn, and then Mac. Every single time I think we've seen it played so far, it's been Holy Locket, Max Overcharge with Max Tether.
Is under
It's
attack.
a little bit of a different style.
Eurus is low, but so is Roche. Stick in and grab it. Aegis done, and that's the courier back up, so they'll have the Fusel ready to go with.
They got quite a timing now. What is his courier going? Flying past.
Straight in on a Faith Beyond. Knows that he's pretty far out alone. He's got the backup coming in as well. FY brings in Eurus. Faith Beyond will go down.
Did not lose it. I keep checking to make sure if he loses it. Very important what he does is Q is going to tip the Storm Spirit. Somnus is having a hell of a game. It's 3-2-2, but he's been incredibly active, just forcing movements, which is setting them up to have this successful run.
Stupendous!
And LGD is just, like we said, just playing farm.
They're
just farming. They're gonna get picked off.
They are, yeah. Another setup and catch it. Somnus shows his face once more.
3K lead. 10 kills. Side of Elephant. With this Aegis too, they're very comfortable for the next few moments. That it's quite difficult for PSG.LGD to get anything, so I think we're going to see just a lot of creep hitting from the side of PSG.LGD for 5 minutes or so. Until they start feeling like they actually have counters to this global. I think we will probably see it.
Faces a stiff win.
Eurus.
Okay.
Not able to quite stop it. Close, but Eurus will move himself down to the bottom lane, and that's about 1,600 gold off the BKB. Have that, I mean, definitely before the Aegis times out, and certainly, having the opportunity to look for fights during it. Yang, River,
Using echolocation.
out with a blink, and so PSG.LGD just avoiding any sort of conflict right now. No interest in fighting them.
Yep. They do have the blink on the Magnus, so they could look to set up RPs if they see somebody split off completely on the side, but also there's a global, so more than likely most of the time if you blink RPs, it's gonna get covered.
Here now.
Follow up.
Somnus.
And go. Why?
Gonna take himself a freebie. Why? He's away from anybody else. Another one for Somnus.
Bottom tower
Just
is
like
under
walked in the
attack.
hand of his leg.
Yeah, he was just. Yeah, there was
he
no
saw him.
living there.
He saw
was
the
on the
storm,
high
too,
ground.
and then
Yeah.
he just
bottom
walked.
tower is about to flounder.
And they'll leave Yang top, and they'll actually pull the Storm Spirit mid with the IO instead of bringing the Mars back. Farm and Somnus wants to be in a safer spot. They're getting real rich. This is a Bloodstone beyond our Storm Spirit. 17 minutes in. So if they keep getting these chain kills, these sequences of kills, he's just going to continue to get stronger and stronger in this early game. Finds himself a Grove Bow too. For Somnus. The game right now for them.
Right.
Even describe it.
Top.
Yang's already got the setup. I mean, it's a little close to tier 2 though, so see if Somnus sees a chance to zip in on this. The arena's down, global as well. There's the zip forward. They've been able to catch one. Vortex drag back on the ball for this counterplay. In with the RP on them, two of them. They'll take down Yang. Somnus has to get out, started run low on mana. FI just skewered straight back into the splitter. PSG.LGD this time will be able to punish despite, Elephant. Good jump there with the global silence. They just didn't quite have enough damage to kill Arme during that silence.
Patience from, honestly, patience from both sides there, the way they initiated. Elephant, you saw Yang jump, and the Storm Spirit, Somnus was ready to jump in immediately, but he waited. He hesitated because he knew there was going to be some type of follow-up, so he was surviving because of that, as Beyond
Looking really dead here. Eurus will jump over as well. He's going to try and toggle his way out.
-2. He's actually picking up an Aether Lens, by the way, on the CK, so that he's going to have mana and cast range always. Cast range is nice, but I think in this game, too, when he's starting to lose Inverse of the Silencer, it might be necessary for him to have that. Elephant still feeling their power surge here. They've got a smoke. They're all gathered around mid.
Right, is he going to go for the Octarine build?
On the CK?
On the CK.
Yeah, possibly.
I have seen it before. It's good. I'm set. It's good.
I thought he might actually do...
Octarine Rush.
I thought he might do Aghanims, to be honest,
go.
because he has Morphling on his team. But...
That's true.
And it's a Dispel.
But the Octarine CK is low-key legit, I'm telling you.
Well, the thing is... Wait for a second here. Shinkyu does go down. The thing about the Aghanims on CK, if you do have a way to Dispel the global off yourself, and then you Aghs Fanta...
Look at Eurus. Eurus just going in with his age. He's got 20 seconds left on it, bear in mind.
He has BKB, though, so he feels very safe.
Let's see. I mean, ideally, he would find a Yagi under the team, too.
He got skewered.
I mean, he was like, all right, we'll start the fight here. He's just laid down an arena underneath the tier 2. He'll back off. He's
not going to survive.
He's definitely creating a bit of a distraction, but yeah, cost him his life. Does he manage to get 2 kills elsewhere, and he just now timing out.
18 Bloodstones already paying off there for Somnus. Straight back for the Orchid, and they get the tower as well out of that movement. And did they even have to use BKB? They did not. So still a 9-seconder on Eurus. I'm telling you, do the Ag Seek. He's able to get, if they have like a Lotus.
I mean, no, I like the Ag Seek.
And then you ult, and you remove all global. You move global off your entire team.
You get the Aether Lens, you get the Shard, and then you get the Octarine. And then...
That's way too much gold.
Days.
Way too much.
Hey, you get it. I mean, said, you know,
they are farming.
They're farming.
They are playing, and they found a Philly.
All right, we're going to farm.
Look at that. They found a Philosopher's Stone as well.
It's like, you know, all right, let me get a shard of me.
No, but the timing for them, I would say, is it's the Aghanims on the Morphling, right? He is 2 components on his way now there. He's got Manta. He also finds, of course, another Shawl, which I feel like every Morphling finds. Sure, been nerfed. Still extremely strong on Morphling, especially when you're going with build with Willow. It's all become it. Lots of damage.
Somnus, of course, going to hit something in the correct time. You can see a Bloodstone into the Hex.
Oh, he's going to go back. Okay, cool. He switched it up. He had Orchid Cube, but he sees the Manta. Like, Manta's already done on the Morphling. He wants something. He wants the Ame killer, and that's what that is. 3K lead.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
BKB now. Just saying.
Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Fine super, that would be certainly the way to start.
He's been sneaky though. 0, 2, and 12 just chilling. Backlines only died during laning phase. They see the Isle Spirits.
Yeah, they're struggling to be able to get in onto their own high ground.
They're gonna just commit onto the Isle.
Okay, I'll take it.
Oh, a global actually gets wasted. Oh, Elephant's gotta hide. Run and hide for 120.
Get the hell out, everybody.
Run and hide for 2 minutes.
You've got the global. It has been used.
He has to just wait. Like, he has the global after RP almost every time. That one was just a skewer. He just has to be a little bit more patient. And with that, PSG.LGD now will set up for the mid tower, and they do have RP at the ready with a BKB on nothing to say.
Radiant's middle tower can't handle this deluge. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Can't be making those type of mistakes.
They're looking for another kill as expected. As you say, the global used, they're just going for action.
He's 200 from BKB. They're going to scan, so they know PSG.LGD is in the area. Without global, without the BKB on the Mars, could be a pretty tough fight. No vision right now that PSG.LGD has behind the tower. We do see Y sneaking in. He's going to look to place a ward down it. He's thinking about it. He's going to place that one. He was trying to place a ward too. And again, we have the switch. So Somnus switches it for a 3rd time from the Orchid to the Hex to now. Then gonna go back. Wants to cover himself versus the annoying Willow. I think the brambles and everything are very frustrating, so why he'd want to do that. And it just lets him commit. Just full out commit for a hero. That BKB. Yeah, name of the game is farm. PSG.LGD starting to be able to hit creeps a lot more than they were before. stacking some Ancients. They've got Philosopher's Stone, so they get the natural gold on the Willow. And nothing to say he's going to go for an Orchid of his own. Assemble. We've...
Global back.
Global's
up.
back.
Yeah.
All right, now
Time to try and make
Elephant
another
can now
play.
show themselves on lanes again. 2 minutes where they had to just literally sit back.
It's very important when Super drops that.
And the Ags is done. Ame, he's a come here Willow. He's not quite level 18.
How many points? Yeah.
As we say, that's always the big timing is you get 18, so you have the permanent uptime pretty much. Only 4-second downtime during it. Ame, finish that one. And then, yeah, time to turn into either Willow. So this is actually the good thing, right? Either Willow or ET. It's most of the time going to be Willow, but some of the situations Willow might die. So then he can just, you know...
He's got a fallback. Yeah.
He's got a fallback, exactly. Because that is what happens a lot of the times when I've seen this strategy run, is teams start being like, all right, we're no longer focusing more. We focus the Willow. Take the Willow out of the fight before he's able to turn into that Willow. But yeah, waiting for that 18. Might be a fight before that,
is
though.
trying to find something, but... Oh, Yang! We get the latch there with the spear, and now...
BKB forced.
He's had to pop it. Oh, mate. This child's starting to try and go to work here at the Willow, and it's working. Yang getting pretty low here. Now has to back off. Global.
Again.
Oh, not... I mean, they got to run.
They sure do.
The Global.
Oh,
nice.
Willow.
FY.
Is about to take the plunge.
Beautiful. And BKB is wasted on nothing to say. Does have a regen rune, so he was out of mana, but he's going to be able to keep himself healthy inside the fight. And the Bramble's down. And the stop.
Eurus still has a BKB though. Still got a BKB ready to use. I think it's Thomas. He's actually going to go straight in over towards White. Gets himself on top of the Elder Titan. White will go down. I'm not going to get it. Veer over to the side, pushing back Eurus. But the silence kicks in onto the Willow. Fabian comes in onto Yang. Kind of going onto this Mars, but Yang's pretty tanky. Finally falls into the illusions. Eurus jumps over to Fabian. Arme's off to the side now. Nothing to say on why. Maybe see if they can get back in on this. White did buy back for this fight.
This is the most important time in the game for Elephant, because they have to secure the second rush. Otherwise, the game is going to start to get more and more difficult as it progresses. Important thing too was Ame was still level 17 when he used the morph there, so it was not that permanent uptime for the Willow. He ran out midway, so he did not really full commit. Now he's got it. Well, now he's going to be that Willow every single
they're going again.
Of the fight, and they're going to look again.
No Global.
No Global. No Mars either.
This is this could be a difficult rush. About these tools that they're ability and the Elephant, no. Can't really straight up go for the Roche whilst PSG.LGD is as close as they are.
They lost both of their wards too in the area, so now they're playing blind about that high ground. And it's a constant scouting. ET Spirit is constantly looking at them there, and it gives you the vision to be able to hit them with that Morphling Willow. So not safe even inside the pit. Beyond pushing them away, which is fantastic.
Oh, nothing stays in. So we get the skewer back on Eurus. The turn towards them. It's in fact just come in. Something the Magnus. Nothing stands up. Dying now with a zip over towards Faith beyond. Somnus, he's got the control onto the CK. Arme inside the pit. He's got to back off with the waveform. He's up to the high ground. He's out of there. Yang drops the arena to contain the Willow. This is going to be another kill for them as Jinchu gets speared over towards the wall. Arme's still trying to fight. He's looking towards FY. Can't quite get the last hit in those. FY's able to get away. Somnus zips over. Global. It's back up. They've got the lockdown. The spears in onto Arme. Elephant, they'll be able to take down 4.
Huge fight. Beautiful Global. Great way of just sitting back, resetting. Nothing to say is the one who forced the fight.
He started.
He got bashed. I think he was trying to get BKB up. He gets bashed. And that just ruins the entire sequence of everything for them there.
To bring down Radiant's
Pulls apart completely.
Great fight for Elephant.
With that, yeah, easy Roche. Won this game here for Elephant. What a good timing, and things are definitely back on track for Elephant, and with the pace in mind that they want to play at.
Yep. And Eurus now, after that, 806.
After
After that bash was picked up, he pretty much has a full Abyssal Blade.
Yeah, he's massive, yeah. 17k net worth.
So they have that BKB piercing lockdown that they have been missing.
Link easily able to close the gap and to dodge the initiation sometimes with nothing to say when he's trying to get in with a blink RP himself. Fingers and Eurus can play around that.
And they can just multi-initiate now with Global. Storm can jump in, Yang can jump in, Eurus can jump in.
It's a
go
lot.
for everybody. Like Storm can go for ET, Eurus can go for somebody else, Yang can go for. They can all pick and choose their targets now easily inside of the fights because of this.
Yeah, that was a very painful team fight for PSG.LGD.
Radiant are
Heavily
And they
set
forced
back
it.
now.
That's the thing. They were the ones who started it.
And they kind of tried to keep it going. I mean, even up until the last moment, Samo was still there trying to fight back as the morph into the Willow, and couldn't do it on his own.
And there's a really important interaction that we did get to see, of course, is even though the Morphling's able to hit people with Willow, Yang can just turn Bulwark on it and absorb, protect his teammates versus that obnoxious Willow Morphling. Really important that he can do that, especially when he has BKB available, since most of the damage that comes out when you are in that Axe Willow form as Morphling is going to be magical. BKB, Bulwark, is not going to take too much damage at all.
Tier 2's taken. Somnus continues well on the way towards the Hex after the Bloodstone and the BKB. So yes, he's got those 23 charges on him right now. He's on quite the roll here as the Storm. Now with the smoke up, Elephant ready to go again. Global, it's up.
Both cores are having phenomenal games. 8-0-6 Eurus, 10-2-7 Somnus.
Great stuff here from Elephant. On the day where it really counts, as we said, Elephant fighting to get a spot in the upper bracket. Let's get a chance at a spot.
Courier just went belly up.
Long range attack from the Quiver. We'll find that courier. Yeah, great itemization. I'm loving what Elephant's got right now. Even going for the Halberd next onto Yang, so he's going to be able to disarm that Morphling in a lot of situations. I think everything so far from him is gone really nice, except for like that one global which slipped up. Everything flawless.
Look at Somnus, big sip, but why? Whew, he's out.
Now he's probably going to buy a dust and replace one of his items with it immediately when that happens.
He's actually got the gem.
It's just a gem. Okay, yeah, even better.
Gem's
an
out.
Upgrade.
Yep.
I like that. Because this is, their lineup is all about keeping this pace and just keeping ahead right now, keeping this 10k advantage. Don't let PSG.LGD get information out of the map and get that farm going, because like you said, you do have crazy late game scaling, and right now, this is Elephant's jam, this mid game with the Ursa, with the Storm, being able to hunt constantly. And like you said, Hex almost done for the Storm. Amit game.
They're going to try and jump it on a Fate Beyond. With the BKB pop, there's nothing the rest of PSG.LGD can do to push Eurus back.
Starting to fall apart for PSG.LGD.
Dire's middle tower is under pressure.
A lot of weight on Arme's shoulders here to something quite spectacular as the morph. As you say, he's got the tools to do so this game. Willow as the side.
It's Somnus though. The reload coming in too. Doesn't quite have the Hex just yet to get the pull. He does.
He does. No escape for Arme. And he's the one that counts. This morph needs to be able to carry PSG.LGD with the way they're falling behind. And him off the back of 76. Was he not just going for an RP in the mid, but he had anything to follow it up at
damage.
all.
I'm really surprised he just
I mean, one of them's dead. Why? But he's not getting out. Eurus, one more hit. Oh, the stun. Eurus. He will go down the one. So White actually able to live. Fate Beyond's now turning over towards Super. Super will push him back with the Psychic Headband. The stun coming in. Super is going to die to the illusions. He will. Zip over from Somnus. Elephant will manage to punish Fate Beyond for going out for that kill onto the Silencers. So now it's 3 dead on PSG.LGD.
A weird go by PSG.
I mean,
jumping in with the RP without the morph.
Yeah, that's never really going to work.
Maybe feels a bit desperate.
I guess so. They knew Arme was down for 70 seconds, so nothing to say, just trying something. But now there's no RP for the high ground defense.
He's under pressure.
So
racks. Still 10 seconds without the morph and the Willow. So
easy racks.
Yep. They can't even step up. Eurus, he's got Blink and Abyssal. Nothing to say even steps up like maybe a little bit more. He's just gonna get Blink Abyssal then full combo on. 15k gold lead.
Yeah, big lead now. Elephant, they've really hit the target. So we'll see it again. Goes for this RP, but they have the split up, but it's just never. That's not going to be enough at this stage to kill these heroes, especially going on Eurus. He still had a minute left on the Aegis. If they did get him the once, they're going to achieve too much at all and ready to fight, and RP wouldn't have been ready for the next one.
It's just been smooth now. Big game after that Roche fight in the area.
Yeah, it feels like Elephant's cruising. I mean, 27 charges on Somnus and Bloodstone. I mean,
one of the most
he's having a great time. Hit with a Hex, they're jumping forward. Somnus has got the BKB. Not got anything to go for it. PSG.LGD, they have to back off. Nothing to say, we'll get out with the BKB. So Yang, let's get put up to the high grounds. They take out the Mars.
You have to still be a little bit careful, not to overextend too much. They did not have global at the start of that go. Supers came up right in between.
Full E-Blade now on Arme, so might stand a bit of a better chance of bursting someone at the start of the fight. But
can also protect teammates versus that Ursa now. Pretty useful. Yeah, we struggled a little bit. Nice to still farm for PSG.LGD, but they have their item timings. The thing is that Elephant just has too many good timings themselves. They're just too far ahead. Yeah. And now BKB on, or sorry, DD rune on the Storm Spirit 2 on top of that Hex that he had picked up from before that we saw revealed. It's scary for Ame to just get his split and try to get his farm. It might just be PSG.LGD looking for fights right now. They have 15 seconds until Mars is up. Maybe they try to go for something.
A full Bloodthorn on nothing to say, so maybe with the RP and the Bloodthorn they'll have enough damage to take someone down during it. They'll try with the smoke, but yeah, everything's up for Elephant. Griffey's got positioning, able to get that global off again. It's going to make things rather awkward for PSG.LGD when they attempt the jump.
He's been on point. Except for the one. Well, one or two. On point, but his positioning has been on point, never getting picked off first.
Dire are scanning for enemies.
I mean, both teams will completely miss each other here. Set halves of the map. Elephant, they will reveal Yang, just push the wave round, start to look towards that last tier 2 that stands on the map. PSG.LGD's side of things.
I'm over here.
Really are just getting a bit too much farm. And there's not really too many solutions for, let me see. The supports don't have the best solution. It's global. Like, why? I mean, he's got a Glimmer. He's just going to be global the whole duration. The Willow does have a Yules. Magnus has BKB. Morph has Manta. CK has nothing. Yeah, the global is just going to be extremely potent. 37 minutes almost there, though. And I know most people, it's me, tier 4 items are one of the things that do work really well versus the Silencer. You start getting these, like, flickers. You start getting the Witchbane to dispel each other, too. Start to get some more solutions, at least versus Super Global in about a minute or so.
Alright, big zip time. Somnus. He's going to see if he can find GQ. Yeah, he's going to go for that. He may have flicked him. Ooh, is he going to keep committing? He's not.
No, he can't do that.
Doesn't want to go for the high ground.
You don't see Magnus. You the horn toss into like an RP, even with global coverage, he's going to be able to RP you after horn toss.
They've got the jump. They've got the global. They're able to get him onto Arme. Arme's dead. Quick jump, that'll do the job. Can PSG.LGD get anything in return? Now look at Yang. Still got a BKB. Reveals Brand here, so it's going to be more than okay. Casually stepping his way out of there. Nothing to say. We'll bring him back in. And the BKB will come out. Oh, I guess the spear off. Oh, hang on. You're buyback. He's pretty deep here. And indeed, with that buyback from Arme, Eurus has got to get out. He's trying his best to do so. He's on the run. He's actually going to step into the route, though. Gets pulled back by the CK. And shoots down.
Arme's in position. They have to sack him, yeah. Let him die. I mean, Somnus ditched so fast. He knew how bad the fight looked there. I think FY1, he missed the relocate, right? Or did he get pulled? The steward pulled him and he couldn't get the relocate onto him?
I think so, right. I was trying to take Yang out.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Buyback. I guess they want to fight for the Roche. They what they do. But I mean, if the question is Eurus going to buy back as well? I mean, he's the big one. He's dead for a minute.
Oh, and there's a free Aghanims. If Finn Beyond gets some free Aghanims, that's their full global deterrent.
Oh,
now, he doesn't have a way to dispel it off himself first, initially.
True.
But if he does,
then...
Let's see who actually takes it.
Right. Oh, Somnus is in. He's going to start things. The shift has already been over. If they kill Arme, Arme brought back.
He's got Aegis, though.
But he has got the Aegis, indeed. He's got the cheese. He's holding everything at the moment, Arme. Right, literally everything. He's also holding the axe.
Yeah. He could all up. So who are the most valuable ones?
I think it's got to be...
I think it would like CK just because it gives him the... but it's also ET. That's the thing, because then the ET can play completely different.
Actually, maybe the ET then. Yeah, maybe ET.
I think it's going to be why.
Start to build it, but
Innocence is looking. He's like, oh, let's see.
Give it a what? No, what?
Oh, they gave it. Really? Oh, Mask of Madness on Xinkyu as well.
I thought, I was like, okay, why is getting the Ags of the Mask of Madness? But no, yeah, indeed.
Well, because
it's Xinkyu getting the Ags of the Mask of Madness.
if I'm not mistaken, Xinkyu had a component and he sold it.
I thought that was why you had a component sold, but I think you're right. I think it was Xinkyu.
Xinkyu
I
had
saw
an
the
Ogre
image, I
Axe.
saw an Ogre Club and a course.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, oh yeah, that's the ET buying Ags and Mask of Madness. But no, it was Xinkyu.
Xinkyu had Ogre Axe, he
Yes.
sold it, and he switched from Master. So now they have double
Double Willow.
Shadow
Double
rounds
Axe Willow,
blasting,
yeah.
and that gold lead's gone completely. That's that blessing, of course, that comes in. And
Ah, a bit of a, yeah, big bit of a swing there.
yep, and a Satanic about to be finished for Ame too, so another way to dispel. And now, as we mentioned, tier 4 items. So Stormcrafter, that's one of them. Flicker is the other one, and then Witchbane is the other one. So 3 different items, if they do get them, that will be just instantly dispelling global off of their tier 2. But we'll see which ones they do get, of course. Prism, love that. Infinite, now it's no down.
Permanent.
Yep,
Yeah,
now it's
permanent,
permanent.
sorry.
Yep. There's one of the Flicker, and okay, so they get one of them.
That's pretty nice.
They got 2 of them now. They got Stormcrafter and Flicker. So Global's going to be deleted off of 2 heroes
Dude,
instantly.
they should have given the Ags to the CK. Because then, yeah, as you said, he could have just flickered.
Well, they didn't know they were going to get the Flicker,
I mean,
right?
well,
But
I
yeah,
think-
if they had the
you know what
Flicker,
I mean?
maybe they would have given it to him because
Because you're
Flicker, and then
absolutely
you
right.
just ult and it removes Global off everybody. But yeah, so
That would have been legit.
yeah, I think that would have been a
That could have
Oh.
actually been game winning.
jump in. So Summonus, big jump.
Blown away.
Able to solo kill the Magnus. That was grabbed.
Yeah, but that's it. Jump ball, BKB's out.
Reload.
If I can pretty tanky, but with Euros on top of it. The E-Blade is giving him the protection. He's able to get out with the Ghost Form.
That's why.
And now, oh, whoa.
My goodness.
What the hell? What, just like a destroyed.
Waveform attack target when you're in Willow form.
He literally just died.
You're hitting for 700. If you waveform through them, you're hitting them for 1,000 damage because it's the Willow attack, it's your auto attack, and it's the waveform.
It's under attack.
So it's
Alright.
quite ridiculous how much damage.
Well, I think when you see that, and the mechanics work together in that sort of strength, I feel it's like, okay, well, it's actually just GG. If that's the damage that's going to be coming out from Arme, that was
And the skewer, Egg,
he's not got BKB.
he does not, and he does not have
no
buyback.
buyback.
Oh my goodness.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
PSG.LGD.
that might just be the end.
Yep.
Elephant, they had a nice
Elephant
try.
still has the gold lead, and they still have a win. They're still ahead in win probability, by the way, on the
They're
graph.
losing 2 sets around. I think, yeah, they just need to catch up there on the graph.
Yeah, they're just a little bit
few
past.
seconds, and I think you'll see that win probably go maybe even up to the 80s or 90s here with PSG.LGD off the back of those last 3 moves.
Probably I don't think it could have been like scripted any worse there for Elephant at that point, where they dive a little deep,
Yep.
they get skewered on the Ursa, he dies, and then Roche respawns, and LGD gets a Roche and just wins the game because of it.
Yeah,
Look how much gold they've gotten now, the swing. Like, everybody's got a full item on the side of PSG.LGD.
Yeah, that graph's still ticking, and it's going to keep moving. Yeah, that hurts for Elephant now. You've lost complete momentum, that whole advantage you did have. And yeah, Arme's ready to kill everybody. Really ready to kill everyone.
Yeah, now he has 2 waveforms. So, you know, if you want to do the math of that one, if he waveforms through a target as a Willow, it's 1,000. If he waveforms through again, it's another 1,000, or more than that even. So he's going to be pretty much just one-shotting these supports if he waveforms through them.
Scardy as well. Get the money. Very rich off that last engagement. Arme.
My lord, yeah. Very likely to not die. 53 armor as well. Now they're starting to, yeah, they just have control of the map. Yeah, you can see Elephant in their position. They're just like, oh boy, we have lost control completely of this game. Even though Somnus is 13, 2, and 10 with a 29 Bloodstone.
I mean, he's still living in. He's having a great life, eh?
Literally, like, I mean, even Eurus is 10, 1, and 7. Like, this is insane.
I don't think they could be doing much better, those two. I mean, they're certainly doing their best here on the course, and things are just kind of falling apart around them.
Faith Beyond is 1 and 10. Putting all these type of things into perspective, right? But he is that sacrifice for his team a lot of the times, just to let Ame do Ame things. Yeah, the kills are very deceptive this game, 28 to 17.
There we go. Elephant, I'm gonna fight Faith Beyond.
That's it.
He's out of the fight to to start things off.
They held the global too, so they did not overcommit for this kill. And Yang does have a refresher for a second go.
He's going to try and tip it for another, but he has been set up in the air. Silence comes out. BKB puts on this. He looks to jump over towards Arme. The second arena comes into play. Yang has managed to catch the ball, but Arme's out with a... Arme now looking to turn. Shifts into the Dark Willow. The damage is done. Yang will fall.
With the Bloodthorn, that is just nasty.
There's indeed Yang down again. 90 seconds.
And that's the double
buyback. They could look for the megas here, PSG.LGD.
Yep. Double ult was used, double BKB was used, global was used. Tomness does get a couple kills there, does have 31 Bloodstone charges, but without those ults,
See what they can do.
see if they can catch Y.
Is that always how you always get the 2 overload attack bounce nowadays?
Yeah, that's what most people are doing.
Even in this sort of position where I guess maybe the game was in a different position.
Stop here, so Y.
Grab back got nothing to say. There's nothing to say. He's going to get out to the side. Will still die. Thomas having a kill, but he's pretty much used all of his mana. Thomas has got to back off. Eurus will buy back. Eurus, he's been caught by Fabian. Eurus tries to turn, but the damage from Arme is too much. Eurus is out for 2 minutes. This is going to be the bong racks, and almost certainly the game here for PSG.LGD.
These guys are too good.
Yeah, Elephant, they got so close to the potential victory. I mean, maybe it's not the Thomas.
He's trying his hardest.
Trying his best.
But he's been
now
stunned.
he's going to die. He has buyback. Somnus really against the world right now.
He's trying his damn.
He's trying his best here, but everybody else is
Radiant's
dead.
middle tower can't handle this deluge.
And that's tier 4. That's the game.
That's-
But 5 seconds.
yeah.
Let's see Yang.
Let's see.
He's up. Yang,
I mean,
and
the
they're
game
gonna give
will
respect.
go on.
They're gonna give respect. They're back up there. Yo, Yang, and Somnus is still scary.
I mean, Somnus, bless him, he's 3 and 12. Yeah, I don't think he could be doing much more.
No.
He really couldn't, but the whole world is falling apart around him.
Here I am.
Oh, zip.
Actually, nearly able to get Y there on the TP out.
Would have been a big kill too. That would have been a dieback. Would have been no ET for about 100 seconds or so.
Can Somnus carry this still?
It's looking pretty close. Just a mega.
Can he carry?
I want to say no. Nope. He needs more
It's
help.
hard.
Is the
Sure,
problem.
he's just on his own.
And the thing is, Eurus is still huge at this point, but they're just once his BKB is gone, like the amount of control that comes up.
Yeah, Arme just
of LGD is just
does a couple
insane.
of zips across him and he's dead.
Yeah.
Wait for him.
The thing is, Arme also gets, when you're a Morphling, you also get all these different control as well. You have Brambles, so then you have Brambles from the 2 of them. You have Cursed Crowns that's coming out from the 2 of them, and he has a Spell Prism, so it's even faster cooldowns. It's Roche, 45 seconds. Faith Beyond now has a BKB, finally, to cover himself, as he didn't have that the whole game. Every time he got jumped on global, he couldn't do anything. Now he's got something to protect him. I saw Q in the last fight, if you saw the way he did the fight. He saw Silencer, he blinked behind him into the base and solo killed him. Seconds. Beyond already celebrating on his CK in the pit. Taunting, spamming his armlet on and off over and over and over again. And they're just waiting. Elephant, they're gonna smoke out, but they're gonna, I mean, these waves are already starting to push in. Somnus, he's gonna be the one to deal with them. This is scary. Shinky waiting. The Brambles, look at the Brambles. Just positioned perfectly to block everything off.
Yang's gonna jump in.
Okay.
They're gonna start the Willow. Eurus
And
has already put the BKB. Very early BKB hit from Eurus.
Very early.
It's gonna start wearing off soon. Eurus, is he actually able to get any kills out of this? He's gonna get dragged back by Faith Beyond. He's been bumped up by Empire. Thomas in with the tip. It will take that Willow, but now the RP comes into play. Arme gonna turn over the Storm down into towards Super. Looks the easy kills. But still getting takes down Silencer. Faith Beyond getting a pistol by Eurus. But indeed, the Megas are doing it. Someone's gonna need to defend the Ancient.
And they can't.
Defend the Ancient!
They can't.
Hello!
There's a fight going on. They have to. GG is called.
It is.
Creeps will finish off the
Well,
Ancient.
there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, PSG.LGD. They certainly made Elephant feel like they had a chance this game, I think. And then they were like, nah, we're good, we're going to take the win.
Somnus played his absolute heart out.
Yeah.
I mean, all of them really
He
did.
tried.
Him and Eurus, like Eurus 10, 3, and 10. side yet. Doom and the Slardar. Popular heroes that Elephant likes to play. And Doom overall. Been seeing so much from the Chinese team.
10 seconds.
But yeah, Sky, a little bit of a change up. So it looks like PSG.LGD, of course, they got
5
smashed
seconds remaining.
very hard in this early game. They want to start switching it up a bit. Want a better solution at least.
I mean, Elephant, will they go for the silencer again, or do you think they're not going to be huge fans of having this sort of silencer IO, lack of lockdown support combo, other than the global? Like, what did you think about it?
Hey, they played such a damn game.
I mean, the globals were
they're probably
globals
so
clutch,
tempted. They're probably like, do we just silencer Mars again? Like,
I mean, because you're right, they were winning. They were on the verge of closing the game up.
The first Warlock of the tournament.
Oh damn!
Excuse me.
Warlock.
I'm gonna check to make sure.
I think you're right,
but I'm pretty sure.
I don't think we've had any Warlock.
And I tapped out and Kyle's face was there.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it is the first Warlock. Yeah, well, it's one of the unpicked. Warlock, Zeus,
there we
Omni,
go.
Elephant.
10 seconds.
Alright, so what's sort of the why the Warlock? Or what do you think they say about what the carry pick's going to potentially be here?
It's the Warlock used to be looked at as a traditional counter versus Skywrath because you stop the spam, the harassment. You just shadow or heal and you're fine. So you're able to be that deterrent versus it. However, again, it's going to be setting them up with no stuns on their 2 supports. So playmaking is going to have to be extremely active from both the Night Stalker and Storm. So it can be a bit more difficult, but it does provide them more damage as well. But now, PSG.LGD, they're just going to grab a DK, so same thing. They're hiding that last pick. Exactly the same as last time.
Well, this time around, they're saving Arme's picks a lot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Because last time, you know what I mean? Last time they picked Arme, so they had the option between the mid and the...
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess still they do here, right? DK, Magnus, you could do those either way.
I guess they could still flex them.
You know what I mean?
At the end of the day,
it probably is still just going to be Magnus mid, though, and they'll do the DK offlane. But you think it's much more likely with the DK mid this time?
I think the DK mid might be more likely. But who knows? Who knows at this point? We don't really know. Actually, you know what? It's Faith Beyond. Faith Beyond's going to be the sacrificial DK.
You know what I mean? He's playing these CKs offlane. You know, he'll play. I feel like that's more his style, and nothing to say. He likes playing Magnus. So.
And this gives him a hard stun this time around too, which PSG.LGD was. Yeah, but that's a flying stun,
sure,
which
not
they can play around.
Bam.
DK is a
it's not a
blink stun.
It's not a storm catching stun, but now
now they do have
it. Yeah.
And they have a way to force towers a little bit easier.
Get a ban.
And at the Lifestealer, trying to make sure that Night Stalker has a good lane. Picking out both that Bloodseeker and Night.
Dude, I tell you, if I was Arme right now, depends how much you scare the Night Stalker, but is there any temptation to play anti-mage? No.
There's only like a silence and you can see the vortex coming from the storm.
I feel like you know that someone's having a fun game. You want to ruin his game this time.
And they do have a lot of ways to make space. Like AM's gonna,
you got
DK's
Empower, dude.
Powers.
I feel like if Arme is like, I would love to play some anti.
Could definitely be an anti-mage, and then we would definitely see.
The only thing, because obviously Night Stalker's annoying, but you feel like it's not that bad. Go with the Sven, and you're gonna reflect the stun easily. Oh, it's beautiful. I'd like to see some.
Sven's not doing so hot either, but this time they do get Sven. I think that one was banned instead of Doom last time, right? Yes. So that one was banned instead of the Doom in the last draft. They did have the ET. Warcraft's going to be really useful. Versus both ET and Magnus. I actually love Sven versus both these heroes.
What we got then? What does Arme want to do?
I thought he was gonna. Yeah, I thought he was gonna go something. Especially now that we see the Sven.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure mine.
Now the Lifestealer ban makes sense. Then I'll.
What's he feeling? What's he fancying up?
Left. Right?
I'd love to see an Arme PA or an Arme anti-mage.
Sure. I mean, the supports literally do nothing.
PA, I feel like both of those heroes could have a lovely game.
Yeah, I could see it. This armor, Warcry, sure, gonna be very obnoxious versus something like PA.
Yeah, whatever.
But the new build that we've been seeing.
All the other heroes, what are they gonna do?
Phantom.
I love it.
You're bang on.
We got the PA, baby. We got it, baby. It's a good game.
It looks. I mean,
it's a good. Sven. Nobody.
And they are putting the DK mid.
Okay, I'll put the DK mid.
Yeah.
All right.
And they are pretty
And he's got the cool Arcana.
He does.
But yes, I'm OPA. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Got what we wanted.
And these supports are going to...
Exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. You look at these supports, so that's why you want to play one of these.
And the thing is, too, is about PA versus Storm and Sven. I mean, Sven, he builds MKB, but way later.
Yeah, he doesn't want to build it.
He doesn't really want to build it, so yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Good call on.
Oh, terrible.
Look at the sets they have, too. All their sets look really okay in the PA. I like that PA set.
Yeah, like the cowboy.
She's COVID protected.
Very nice. Very nice. Lovely shining daggers. Sets on elephant.
I like the Sven set. It's kind of basic, but look at the helm. I like the helmet.
Kind of cool.
The helm's really nice.
Kind of cool. Let's see if Elephant can do what they did last game. They had a really good start.
Their lanes don't look as strong, though, this time around at all. Like, IO Night Stalker takes a lot more time. Sure, you're going to be able to, like, sustain and stuff like that inside the laning phase, but much slower. Yang had an explosive game because he was able to dominate the lane, right? So he was able to get this good timing, set the pace of the game. Night Stalker, and going to be a lot slower of a start. And for bottom, it's not really an aggressive lane whatsoever. It's Warlock and Sven.
Prepare to make way.
The aggression that can come out from the Magnus and the Skyrat this time around, I think it's going to be even higher than we saw last time. Because last time they were kind of deterred from going for the aggression because Silencer can be annoying just because you get, you know, the curse and the last word does deter you from going for those aggressive plays. But now there's no deterrent unless you get like massive, like some weird fatal bond situation. But see, level 1 again. Check. Ward. It's not a ward, it was a hero. Faithbeyond is going to do the Dominator build too. We did see that one from yesterday when we were casting Cuckoo. Had some sick plays with the Dominator, skewers into Centaur stuns and fun plays. Very strong.
Very nice as well. Stun against like the Storm.
Yep. Just a great build up too. The Helm of Iron Will and these offlaners, when you go for this build, you know, you're just quelling your tango, you're able to rush it so fast and just keep yourself in the lane. And I think he knows he's, you know, there's not that much aggression that's going to be coming out from bottom since it's Sven Warlock.
And we're clear for running.
Ready your build. We'll take some hits though.
Oh well.
That actually really hurts. Gonna salve him right away, or? Yeah, I think they are. Or just go through all his tango. Okay. Immediately buys a second salve on the Skyrath, brings it out because of that.
I mean, which lane do you think is going to struggle the most then? You say what Elephant's not have too easy of a time on the side lanes?
I think bottom could really struggle, honestly, yeah. I think top they should be fine. The thing is that they can't get too aggressive as PAET, so Yang should still be able to farm, but so is Ame. Compared to the last time where Ame was slowed down a little bit because of... But they have to get aggressive up top right away. Y does have to start trading to give space for the PA because the base damage advantage for Night Stalker is there at the start.
Oh, they're trying to get on FY. Good trading on the IO.
Q. Oh, he's pulling the creep wave and he finds a courier. Oh, okay, well that's just unfortunate for Super. Salve and clarity gone.
Yeah, I guess on this top lane...
Oh, Faithbeyond. He's walked up very far. He'll be okay, but... Second. Dying to Fatal Bond.
Yeah, I mean, that was close. I mean, kind of lucky that Elephant did opt to not keep hunting for him and just wanted to make sure they didn't miss any more CS.
Jinkyu's pull here, though, puts the lane positioning now in a really good spot for Faithbeyond. Now they can go for the skewer, shockwave skewer plays onto whoever walks up. Like, Super might die in a second. Very careful how far he steps up. I'm so scared for him when he does it.
Well, you just think they could charge him and
Well, no, you just shockwave and then you concussive and then step in front of him and pull him back.
Yeah, it's a lot of slow.
Eurus has no mana for stun.
Yeah.
He'd have to pop his stick. He'd have to stun in order to bail out his Warlock. But instead, Jinkyu, they're going to play it a little bit more passively. They're going to go for the stack camp. They're going to play it since the positioning is good for Faith Beyond to farm, and then Jinkyu's going to check bottom rune. It's nothing to say. Isn't going to go for a bottle on the DK. So probably a better approach than rather just going for like some kill and using your entire mana pool. Yeah, lane position just continues to be excellent for PSG.LGD down bottom.
Even at
Oh,
top.
Jinkyu, he's found it. Oh. Courier, sorry.
Oh,
Radiant's
he's got it.
He's got it. He didn't even see. I don't know how he actually knew that it was coming out, but he did it blind. And if you look at Eurus, he's naked. He's got stick and 0 items, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, how would he know sort of that was the time? Do you think he's sort of working out that
just the brain.
He's looking, he's like, well, Eurus is going to get something sent out soon. Time to check.
Yeah. Warlock used his courier earlier, got it killed.
Yeah.
Same thing. They have no regen bottom. He knows that they're going to use it again early. Very smart. Very smart. Hit.
Somnus.
They're just battling. Somnus, one more
He's
hit.
got free fire in a second.
He's dead.
Oh, there we have it. First blood for the DK. Nothing to say.
I do not see that very often.
No, and after the I mean, I guess maybe Somnus is just tilted after the last game. He's like, guys, I played so damn
win
well,
that game.
and we still lost. So he's just done. He's just like, well, can't win when I play good. So point.
I mean, they're both dancing around. The DK takes the stun at level 4, and it completely crushes Somnus. Somnus is now hit level 4, and DK is 5 and change. He's going to hit 6 way before, which means mid-tower is in jeopardy. We're going to have to see rotations from the supports.
I mean, who's
on Elephant to try to help it.
Who's helping that mid-tower?
It's just going to have to be bodies. Like, really, it's awkward, but you have to do it. Otherwise, the tower is just going to drop. So now they're also trying to help him secure some runes, but Jinkyu slows down super.
Well, we'll be able to at least take that away from nothing to say.
But he's going to have to take it, though, so Somnus still not very happy because he'd like to be able to use these runes.
Yeah, he's got super coming over to help out as well. Top lane, Yang's alone. He's going to go down for this. Or the heal.
I know. Why? Oh, my. Why is... What a...
He held back for Arme there.
He could have taken it, but he's like, no.
He did. Very much making sure that Arme has the dream game. Yeah,
now power of that lane, right? Level 3 on the ET.
Having very good. Was it interesting what Arme will opt for in his build? Obviously, he has the power.
I think.
Is it still you still get the Maelstrom even when you do have him power? Like, could you even skip that and like just go for the Deso?
Maybe he changes it up a little bit, but from what I've seen from most of these pros now, it's just Falcon Blade Maelstrom whenever you're playing versus anything that can provide armor. So Warcry is there, so Maelstrom's always going to be nice to be able to pierce through it.
Okay.
And it's just a faster timing that they get to play with, but we'll see. I mean, I think it's still a possibility that he does just go for low green, but no, he queues up the Maelstrom, so yeah, that is going to be the...
What's this?
Going to be the choice.
Big pressure on Somnus here before he hits the 6. The stomp, I mean, this is a lot of damage on Somnus. Somnus, he's going to go down. They've got him.
And they brought the bodies too. That's the thing.
They had 2 supports here. They couldn't save Somnus.
They're like, you're going to bring 2 supports? So are we.
Oh no! I mean, yeah, this game's going to be a real test of sort of Somnus' ability to stay focused. Because it says after how hard he tried in game 1, and now getting this sort of start thrown at him in game 2, like you can sympathise with the guy. It's going to feel very, very easy for him to be like, he's going to be under so much pressure right now. He's going to be feeling pretty down about himself.
And they're farming all 3 lanes now already on LGD. Well, last time they were shut down in the early game because the way that Elephant went for their draft. This time it's just not the same. It takes a lot longer to catch its stride. Night Stalker, as we know, does take a little bit. Need that nighttime before he can actually start to do much of anything. And they just picked super, like even more passive supports than last time. Last time it actually worked because of the globals. Now we'll see if the chaotic offerings are going to be able to make as big as a difference because it's already feeling pretty scary with a PA and a Magnus getting full free farm.
Look at this.
And that
RP.
Do they have the damage?
They've got Y coming over as well. And
nice body
the
blocks.
Shadow Word. It's healing him up. They got enough burst. Not quite. They'll turn over all super instead. They can look to keep diving.
Still creep
here.
diving.
They are. They're hunting for Eurus. He's in the trees. Stomp will set him to kill off super. Eurus is
They
able to
see
cut
him.
his way out the side.
They've
But
got a net.
Jason, there's the catch. Wyan Fabian closing the gap. He'll turn with a quick stun.
They got a slow, but they can't.
He is able to make it out, but it's a lot of time that he's able to run around and stay away from the creeps.
And now Somnus, he's looking to react
Dire's
to it.
top tower is under attack.
Radiant's
So
bottom
bringing the
tower
Warlock
is
down.
staggering.
It's just for
Like
heal.
a drunk sailor.
Now though, nighttime. Do see Yang
Dire's top
pushing up
tower
top. We'll see nothing to
needs
say.
some
Look to stop
friends.
this. Wants to go for
Same as
F5,
you,
but won't quite be able to. Would have been a free kill if he gets the stun there.
Oh, absolutely. Sure, then they would have had more than enough damage. Maybe Somnus will be able to find himself a freebie. Catches Y out low.
Is that?
CS. Try and going on to Yang. Getting a lot of damage here. And he's been bailed out.
And FY, he does have a TP
Or maybe
to use it.
not going to be even better to get away from the Roshan tonight there with the 6 damage of the Elder Dragon.
And I mean, the thing is too is this time it's PSG.LGD's gone for a late game draft again, and they're winning the early game. They've got Magnus PA, so they have this ridiculous scaling, and everything's just going perfect in the laning phase. The concerns for Elephant as this proceeds. Do still have Eurus farming pretty decently, but PA's ahead of him, and PA has steroids. And it's so cool how this build just became the thing, right? Falcon Blade into Maelstrom every time now.
Dredge hands to the bottom to put the pressure on. They have RP back up in a couple of seconds, so Faith Yang could even set up a free kill to sort of get involved in.
They're diving the hell out of Super here.
Yeah, there's a spooky place to try and hang around and get his XP.
Can't handle this deluge.
As they'll get the kill on the tower as well. Certainly fall. PSG.LGD keeping themselves on top of the objectives. And
Top tower is under attack.
definitely having a bit of a struggle here in this early game.
Attack the
I'm surprised Super showed his face, to be honest. I thought he'd just hide in the tree lines to sap experience and then just TP out. Because if they don't see him, they're not going to full commit for him. They might know he's behind the tower, with they don't force like a scan or something like that, but he showed.
Its last
As soon as
bell.
you show in those type of positions as a 5, usually around this time, it's usually between like that 6 to 9 minute mark. The bottom side is just a death zone. Got these nice ancients that we have seen FY stacking for quite some time for years, but he's looking to contest. That is a low spend and a lot of low ancients.
That is
And a probable dead spend.
Oh, that hurts.
And the ancients.
That really hurts Somnus. Maybe he can do something in return. He's coming in onto nothing to say. He's been silenced. They've got a point in the ancient here. Now they're closing into the RP. They've got the damage. It's another kill for nothing to say. Super at FY. They've got to
Fabian taking the ancients.
tried to come in.
He's farming.
The splitter comes down. Yang's got to back off.
Look at Fabian. He's actually just hitting the ancients the whole fight. He's like, I don't care about Night Stalker. There's a big dragon over here. Takes all of them.
My goodness. That's a very unfortunate series of events there for Elephant.
Probably the worst series of events that could happen. They lose their spend, they lose their storm, and they lose their entire ancient stack, and PA is farming during the entirety of it. Face beyond though. Literally hitting the ancients the whole fight. Picks up arcane boots now, so he's going to be able to keep his presence on the map. They can keep looking for these aggressive plays, looking to respond. And, I mean, that was also Yang with Dark Ascension.
Yeah.
Flying into the fight, and he could still not deter them away from taking kills and the stack. Huge plays.
We see a very nice Regime queued out that seal
look at-
here at the level 3.
Look at Faith Beyond's priority here. As we see his team still looking to go for these kills, but look at that Magnus. He's got priorities.
Yeah, I like it. It's like, my team is still fatal bonded to this ancient creep. I'm going to keep it.
Bottom. Uh-oh, Eurus. Trapped. That Dominator's sick on Mag. Oh boy, it's out of hand.
This is
one.
especially for if the fact is the two cores as well. Right? We saw Eurus and Somnus have a pretty good game last time.
Yep.
This game too, Eurus and Somnus, as I said, I think they're going to be just feeling pretty miserable with the amount of focus that they're getting from PSG.LGD. They're just making the this game a bit of a nightmare for the two of them.
They really are. And Sven, he's a hero that has to play
Radiant's
very far ahead of a hero like PA in gold. If you're behind PA at this point, the game is in a very jeopardized position. As Fabian though might get grabbed up.
Super will drop the golem. Fabian does die for this, but Somnus, he used quite a bit of mana here.
Killing spree.
He won't quite be able to chase by the looks of it. He's got enough to zip TP, so we'll make it out of there, but still they lose both the supports, and yet that was the use of the offering.
Did they kill it as well too? I think they did, right? Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower can't handle this.
Oh, no, it's the bottom, sorry. So he's gonna at least be able to push out the lane with it, but yeah, chaotic offering. You're still unable to really push anything. You get a kill, but now you're also losing your mid tower in a second.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yang gets space. At least the Night Stalker, he'll have a Echo Saber
Radiant's
coming up
middle
soon.
tower has fallen.
Meanwhile, Nothing to Say is taking the Ancients from the side of Elephant. Eurus just has nowhere to farm. And he's 2,500 behind the PA.
Oh,
and
now
he's
with the
getting shot
jump
on.
in, Eurus. He's able to get away from the Earth Splitter.
Bit
The
late.
Stomp does get the two of them. They have the center in position. Ancient Seal as well. Is there any sort of save from F1 trying to take him out? The skewer gets Eurus pulled over to the side.
Good lord.
Eurus down once again.
Oh, and this is a total. There's a total disaster. It's like they need this. It's like they need Night Stalker to be involved now at every single point of the game because Io and Warlock just they can't do anything versus this aggression that PSG.LGD is just displaying, and it's nonstop. Immediate smoke afterwards. They know where they know where Somnus is. They want him, and they do have, of course, 4 points in silence on.
Dire's bottom
No.
tower is under attack.
Will he TP out in time?
Oh!
The Remnant. Oh!
Yeah, they're swinging a bit.
He got the Remnant. They were on point of where he was.
Yeah, he was, you know, if it had been a few seconds earlier.
I
would have still been there.
like faith beyond, like no hesitation. It's just like he's TPing, and probably feeling like they don't really need the RP.
I think exactly. It's like, yeah, I'll take the chance. You know,
Yeah.
we're still going to kill them without it. Now, and they're 5k up with, indeed, as you say, a lineup that's not usually with Somnus.
He gets the zip though.
He's going to try and get in onto Jingju. First time pretty low on the Mystic Flare. Army's over. That's FY gone. Somnus, he'll have to zip out of it.
Silence is just way too long duration. Couldn't even kill out the Skywrath. 2 armor Skywrath survives, so he's the one who gets jumped on. Does reveal the reward that they have there from PSG.LGD, but either way, I don't think they care. Now they also know that, they know that Elephant has a ward somewhere around here. Y's gonna check, but it's actually further on the right. Instead of catching vision of the Skywrath. There is some breathing room. Farmed an Ancient with a God Strength, but that's just about it. Still, it's just going faster and faster. It was 2,500 gold behind before. Now he's 3,300 gold behind. Feels like it's going to continue as we watch the Dominator creep as well. They don't have to stack Ancient as a hero. They're just doing like 10 different things at the same time on the side of PSG.LGD.
I mean, Elephant's trying to get in on this.
Let's see.
Elephant going right away onto the Magnus. Can they take him out during the silence? No, they can't. Fabian's off to the side. The offerings drop down. Shiro off to the side. You see the jump from Arme. He's killed off Somnus. Turns over towards Super. There's 2 kills here for the PA.
Oh my goodness.
Y just runs down FY. Yang's got a split from the rest of them.
They have vision also of Yang. Got a TP.
He's pretty
gonna
deep.
have to float.
Uh-oh.
He's not gonna be able to.
Goodbye, Yang.
Good God, Owen, this game is over. There's just no hope
Yeah,
anymore.
this is-
And now the PA jumps into the fight, gets a hand of the kill from the Storm because of the max level silence on the Skywrath, and then gets a full Ancient. He's got BKB.
This has been a rough one for them. Well, you know, at least they had the early game from game 1 to look back and enjoy from this series. Everything else has been that first game after the lead they have, and now coming to this game 2, and PSG.LGD just dominates.
Last game, it felt like there was some mercy perhaps given from PSG.LGD going for some super late game draft. This time it's an early game draft, but also that scales incredibly hard toward later stages, and there's just fighting hope, it feels like, for Elephant, as even with Chaotic Offering, even with Dark Ascension pop, they stood no hope in the team. Just target prioritization from LGD is just insane. Always knowing when the opportunity to silence is there. There's nothing to say.
They got the stop of the two of them. Nothing to say. He's trying to get into back them up. Mystic Blade comes down to FY. FY's gone. The IO goes down. Elephant, they're trying to fight, but Eurus, he's just not got the damage. He gets RP'd by Faith behind. 3 dead.
They might call this soon.
He's gonna die. I think you could be expecting the Gs to come up soon.
They're calling it,
GG,
yeah.
absolutely. One of the...
That is the fastest, I think.
Is now the fastest one.
16:56 was when the GG got dropped.
Cable, I get my
Good God.
Those radiant
Tier 2 neutral items weren't even up, Owen.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm 3 predictions right now. Anyway, yeah, that was...
That was brutal.
PSG.LGD, I mean,